Hi everyone, it's Amy with the Frou-frou Studio, and I have out my little altered playing card box, so we know what time it is. It is time for the hashtag 50 Stack Challenge number 2, which is a challenge that's being hosted by Amy with Crafty Cat. I will link her channel in the description box below this video. And she draws the prompts on Mondays and does her videos. So if you're interested in joining in or want to know more about what's going on, please visit her channel. And she has a playlist on her channel that has all the previous week's prompts. And you can check that out, and you can either start now and go forward, or you can go back and do them all. Whatever. She doesn't have a lot of rules about it. The only rule that she really has is that you need to do the 2 prompts. So, last week's prompts were soft and rough, and these are my 2 little cards I did. We have some soft stuff on this side. We have some velvet and some handmade paper and a feather, and then on this side we have some braille paper and corrugated cardboard and an elephant. So that was what I did, and I'm making these little altar cards and putting them in a box. But like I said, you can do whatever you want. For the challenge, you can use any kind of substrate that you'd like. Amy is making ephemera to use in journals, and you know, there's no rules or anything like that about what you can use. So this week, the 2 prompts that she drew out were land and water. So I did a little bit of prep work on my cards. I took some blue oxide inks, and I used Stormy Sky and Broken China, and I just kind of, you know, put some on my glass and spruced it with water, and then kind of drug the card through it just to get some color on the card. And I did the same process for both of them. All right, so for the land, I have, this is a piece of an old Tux postcard that I'm going to put down, and I think that represents land pretty well. It's got some mountains and some field out in here. And then I'm going to use this, and this doesn't have anything to do with the land so much, but I wanted something to go back here that kind of gave it a little bit more texture and maybe kind of look like some poofy clouds or something. It's rice paper, and I'm actually using the back side so you can see those little stringy things on the back. So I'm going to put those up there. And then for my tab, because each of my cards has a tab, I picked this kind of botanical that has some leaves and things like that. And so I'm going to put that on there. And then for my focal point, I have this little, out of my little scrapbook collection, my antique scrapbook collection, this guy who's playing badminton or tennis or something like that. So I'm going to use him as my focal point. And then I have some little flowers to kind of just spruce it up a little bit, and also give it, you know, even more of a kind of land feel to it, because, you know, flowers grow out of the ground. And I think that is going to work for that one. And then we'll get this put together and then maybe do maybe something behind him a little bit. So let's start by getting this stuff down. So the first thing I'm going to put down is this little paper here. And I'm just going to use glue stick for that. So how is everybody? I hope everybody's having a good Friday. I'm having a good Friday because I don't have to work. So that's always a good Friday. Okay. Just kind of leave these edges. I just wanted something to give this a little bit of texture. I'm going to ink around this. And like I said, this is just a piece of the card. A postcard that I kind of just cut around and tore around. And I kept the signature down there in the corner because I thought that was kind of cool. So, of course, my glue is going to be clogged up because I haven't used it since yesterday. We'll use art glitter glue on this because it is a heavier, you know, postcardy type material. Oh, before I do that, I want to glue this on because I want it to be underneath the picture, not on top. So I'm going to glue this down real quick first. Ink that up a little bit. Now we'll put this down. Okay, and we'll trim. That. All right, so that's what we have so far. I'm going to go ahead and ink around the whole card. And I think I'm going to use, I got this out to use on the other card, but I think I'm going to use some on this too and put it behind him. And this is just Tim Holt's mummy, what he calls mummy cloth. But it kind of also looks like a net. I don't want to use too much. I just want to give a little bit of texture behind him. Yeah, I like that. Oops. And then I'm using art glitter on him because he's very fragile. I don't want to break any limbs off or his head or anything like that. So all right, and then we'll glue these little flowers on here. All right, so there's our land. We'll let that dry a minute and then I'll show you close up when we get finished. Okay, for our water, same thing. I put just some blue on here, and for, again, I have a postcard. This one has a boat, and so I want to kind of tore two different parts because I want it to kind of look like I think something like that. And for this one I have this tab, and I think I want to put that on first too. Okay, so let's put this on first. About need to fill my glue bottle back up. And I'm going to use some of this again, but this time because I think it looks like net, like fishing net or whatever. I'm going to put a little bit of vintage photo on it. I'm going to put just like a swipe, and then kind of crumble this up back there. Then I'm going to ink this. And for this, I used actually the opposite side that I normally use on my tear ruler. Put this side down first. Then I'm going to put this on. I'm going to hold that just for a second. So the art glitter glue has a second to attach. Since I'm not using Fabri-Tac, it takes just an extra second to attach to fabric. I have to cut off my edges so they'll fit in my box. Okay. Getting glue everywhere. Okay, and then for this one I have this little guy. This little sailor. Trim this just a little bit around his legs here. Okay, again, I'm going to use the art glitter so I don't break him. I may have to use a little bit of Fabri-Tac even though I really don't want to. Okay, now we need a couple little words to put on our tabs. If I can get my glue in the pin in the glue. I have the most difficulty with that sometimes. Okay, let's grab my words here and see what we can find. Oops. Okay, if we can find this one, if we can find something about travel, I think. Voyage. That's perfect, right? So that one's gonna say voyage. And this one, something like play or what do we want? Let's see, work. No, we don't want work. We've got scenic. I don't see play. Enjoy. Sorry guys, I'm not finding anything very quickly. Got do what you love. Ah, here we go. Remember to play. That will work. All right, so there is land. And here is water. And that is our prompts for the hashtag 50 Stack Challenge number 2, hosted by Amy with Crafty Cat. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And we will be back next week for the next 2 prompts. Until then, everybody have a great week. Bye.